Jolan True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. And after we talked about all the new stuff that came in with Symbiosis Part 2, we finally can resume our little preview series on the 6-star ships, which I'm looking forward to build at some point, but not at the moment. But today we have to talk about the last faction miner. We haven't talked about that. And this is this very clear Romulan ship. It's the Divitae. It's, as I said, the 6-star Romulan faction miner. In this case, it's a rare ship, which means that you need 320 blueprints for it, and it requires a shipyard level 68. It's all this 61 plus stuff I will talk about at a certain point, and in the end of the video I will tell you why I'm not going to Op 61 already, although I'm talking about the ships. But viewers asked me to make a preview on those because they don't even see them on their accounts, because you need certain ops levels to see those ships, and that's why I'm doing that and not waiting until I have them at some point. But that's why it says preview on the thumbnail. As a Romulan ship, of course, it has an ore mining laser, so it gives you an increased mining rate of ore, and in this case 700%. And if we look at the details, that's where it gets interesting. First of all, the warp range, the starting warp range of 1,386, that's what you really need once you are at that point. And it has a cargo capacity of just under 1 million, which is not that much, and a protected cargo of 234,000. But when you get there, you have so many bonuses from research and everything that it will even out anyway. And the 61 space, or the 6-star space where you will be at that point, will definitely be different. You will be able only to get the ship via the Romulan faction. I'm reputation-wise very far away from that. I'm only at 15 billion with the Romulans, so I will not be able to see it here. But we can see something else on some other ships. My ships only are going up to the Minerva here at the moment because of the reputation as well. But there's one thing we can see on the ships that are coming before that, and that's the prices per blueprint. Because when you remember the Maugar, for example, I talked about yesterday that I just got, it has a blueprint price of 3,000 Klingon credits per blueprint. But if you look here, the Salki already has a blueprint price of 10,000 per blueprint. So the 6-star ships will definitely be more expensive. I know that I have viewers that are in those level ranges already. So the 61 plus stuff is all new since I'm playing on this server. It didn't exist when I played the first times in this game in the years before that. And so 61 plus, or the level 61 to 70 is all new for me as well. So I will, when I progress now in the game, I will show you what I see. But before, that's why there are some things when I do previews I cannot tell you yet. But I have some very nice viewers. They did that for other ships already. So if you see this video, if you're on a higher level and have the blueprints in your faction store, please write the blueprint prices for the Divitae into the comments, please, so that the others get that information too. It's level 68, so even in a very distant future, because the progress from 61 through the stages there will be quite slow because of the materials you need, etc. But I wanted to tell you one thing, why I'm not getting the Divitae in the near future is because I will take the time again. I got a bit caught up because of when I went to 60 last week. I really wanted to have that shipyard as well, and so I got a little caught, and I spent a little money to get from Op 60 to the shipyard 60. So I have that now. We will talk about some ships I got because I already had all the blueprints next week. But today I want to talk about another thing. I'm Ops 60, and going to Ops 61 is extremely easy. If we look at the at my Ops now, no, didn't want to do that. If we look at my Ops now, it just requires a little bit of resources, but that's not a problem for me. I have enough of those. But otherwise, it only requires the ascent keys and no ore as usual. And you see that I could upgrade easily. But I don't. And that has a reason. Because level 61 space has some requirements for warp range, for ship power, to be able to do your dailies. And what I said in a lot of videos, especially in my Don't Make My Mistakes videos, is that you always should watch before you upgrade your ops that you will still be able to do your dailies. At the moment, with the ship power I have and the warp range I have, I wouldn't be able to do several of my dailies if I turned 61 now. And that is why, although I could go to level 61 right now, I will not do it right now. I will wait for a certain warp range and a certain ship power on my biggest ship before I press this button. And that's the reason why I'm not doing that. And I just wanted to say this in this video as a reminder that you always should think about not rushing through the game. Yeah, you remember it's a marathon, not a sprint, even if it's a marathon without an end in the end. You still have to do your dailies, and you want to get the rewards from your dailies, and the rewards are getting better over time, so you don't want to miss out on those. And that's why you really have to think about, is it time for me to upgrade my operations or is it not? For me, it's not time yet, although I want to do tons of videos about everything that comes after Ops 61, because there's a lot of new stuff with the new systems, new materials, new resources and everything else. But still, I want to do it properly. And that's why I'm not clicking that button. And I wanted to use that occasion, as I said, to remind you of being really mindful when you upgrade your ops. Nevertheless, we were talking about the Divitae, that I'm not getting it. It will be a nice faction ship. I like the faction minus, as you could see already with the Maugar. So at some point I will probably get her, but not now, because I'm 8 shipyard levels away from that. If you have the Divitae, please let us know in the comments what you think about it, or on Discord. There's always nice to have the discussions there as well. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.